Hey, good morning again. It's me, Alice. It's one of those other video blogs I've done where I didn't fall asleep the night before, so I've just been up all night again. I was actually starting to get a good pattern of going to bed early and waking up early, but now I broke that pattern. But anyway, I'm probably not showing the best outfit for this because I feel like I've done better. Like, I think I've done way better in the past. To be fair, this one's simpler, but I kind of regretted not putting a necklace on because I feel like my chest needs it. Like, I have a particularly broad chest, like, not in the ample cleavage way, but just broad. Like, lots of skin. Like, not like, like I just have broad shoulders and a broad chest and a big collarbone. Like, lots of collarbone. And I kind of feel self-conscious about how it looks with like lots of skin showing with no necklace. But anyways, I'm going to talk about something like in the same track. I'm going to talk about how I developed my fashion sense, the current one I have now. I've actually been asked that a lot, like how I developed my fashion sense from like YouTube comments from viewers and like my friends and acquaintances and stuff like that, like, and like people I know online and various communities on Facebook. They ask me like, oh, where do you get your unique fashion sense? And so this video is going to answer that. Like, I basically never always dressed. I at one point dressed like a normal regular person. I used to just wear t-shirts and shorts, like sweat shorts, like exercise shorts. That's what I lived off of when I went to college. I just wore a t-shirt and exercise shorts, and if it was winter, I would wear sweatpants. And that's basically how I dressed when I went to college. I sometimes was like pizzazz it up and wear a little peasant blouse and a peasant blouse skirt, but that was basically the clothes my mom bought for me. So I basically wore what my mom had me wear. My mom basically more or less dressed me at one point, up until like I eventually started developing my own style, which was probably a few years ago, because I didn't like just pizzam decided one day put on a cape, tutu, a headband, lots of bracelets, and all the stuff that I normally do with my own style, like overnight. It just happened over time. Like my sense of style basically developed over time. I used to not even wear jewelry. Like I seriously went during my college days, I would basically roll out of my dorm in Buddig wearing like a t-shirt, shorts, and like that's it. Like I would run to class just to get on there on time. And like when I lived on campus, I was actually worse to getting to classes on time because I always thought I had that buffer. I always thought, oh well, I live on campus, I can just get to class in 10 minutes. Well, no, that's not how it worked for me. I take forever doing anything. Like I'm very slow, and so like I was almost always late. I actually started getting on time like once I moved off campus. But okay, I'm getting too off tangent. My point is that I used to just wear a t-shirt and shorts. And so I basically, what actually was the catalyst for me to dress shiny and iridescent and holographic, multi-chrome, oil slick, whatever you want to call it. Like I wear all those things now. It was actually the nail polish community online that got me into it. Like I first started going, learning about nail polish online through Makeup Alley, but I don't go on Makeup Alley anymore. Like I really delved into the nail polish community on a hobbyist devotional level on Facebook. And so basically I started wearing nail polish all the time. Like I actually at first started with only like maybe 10 bottles at most. And then over time my collection grew more and more. My nail polish collection, it like became what it is now, 3,000 plus. I think 3,000 is a generous conservative estimate. Generous as in like, oh, you're not that much of a hoarder. You're actually not that bad. Like try to minimize the numbers to feel less bad about being a hoarder. But like, I think it's 3,000 plus. I don't think it's only 3,000 anymore. Because I have dupes. I kind of count those too. But anyways, like the nail polish that I wore, like at first they were like simple creams. Like Illamasqua Phallic was my first nail polish colors. And I like nail polish. Like I basically grew to like it more and more. And like with nail polish finishes, like there's different colors, like besides just creams. Like there's basically holographic, like linear hollow, I mean. Because scattered holographic is more or less like glitter on top of something. Like a scattered glitter. That's considered a scattered holographic. And so I was obsessed with nail polish for years, and I love these finishes. I loved iridescent stuff. I love multi-chrome. I love duochrome. Holographic. Metallic even. Because like metallic stuff is on trend now. Like in stores. And like people tend to like metallic accessories, but like I basically take it over the top. I wear all these things that are basically now cheap at Walmart, like head to toe. Like what I do now. And like, so basically the nail polish world made me obsessed with these finishes. And like, I just started incorporating it in my clothing over time, and it really started out with jackets. I put on a jacket. I basically started seeing these jackets like at Forever 21 and Charlotte Russe. Those were actually my first jackets that I started owning that were kind of what I wear now. Like I have a sequined green jacket that basically looks bluish and greenish that I got from Charlotte Russe, and that was basically my gateway jacket. And then around the same time, there was a Forever 21 jacket that was holographic. That's a silver hollow. It's kind of small. Like, you can't really wear it by itself, but it's, like, good to wear in an AC building during the summer. Like, it's just a little mini jacket. It's not actually going to keep you warm. No siree. Like, and then I basically actually started collecting similar jackets of the same finish. I actually have 3. Yes, I'm serious. 3 green to blue sequin jackets that basically look mermaid. Like the mermaid tail. Like I have 3 different jackets and they look the same to other people. But there's one that actually has diamond cut shapes that I wear the most. Like before the store I worked at like temporarily furloughed me. Like due to COVID. Like I wore that one all the time because green and blue are Tulane colors. And like it looks like I'm being particularly festive when I really just like those colors in general as well. But like Tulane colors are blue and green with an accent white on occasion. And so I basically started wearing these sequin jackets. And like I only wore them on occasion at first. Like I didn't wear them every day like I do now. At every opportunity. I really just wore them now and then. And like someone I used to know was like, well, you already have all these holographic things. You don't need to get more holographic jackets. Like it's too much if you get more. And so like I kind of just like restrained myself for a while. I just wore these things once in a while, these sequin jackets I owned. But like I decided to just become more extra over time because I just experimented more with what I wore every day. I started pushing the envelope. And like basically I just started wearing that sequin jacket, the green and blue sequin one of the 3. I think it was the one I got online because like there's the original Charlotte Russe one. Like it's just pure green. And the sequins are more puffy and populated. Like, and then there's the one online from AliExpress that's more of a slight greenish, yellowish, but kind of leans a bit blue color. Like, the differences are extremely subtle, but I can tell right away which one is which. Like, most people just think all those 3 jackets look like the freaking same. Like, who cares? But, like, no. Like, if I'm after a certain look, I will grab, like, the big one from AliExpress that has a slightly more yellowish tone to the sequence. If I want to look particularly extra, like, I'll basically grab the smaller diamondy one that looks like a mermaid scale or a dragon scale. But unfortunately, that one's a bit smaller. It's more form-fitting. Like, the bigger one was actually probably easy to layer with underneath. So, and then the one from Charlotte Russe is the OG. Like, that one's the OG, but I feel like that one it catches on. The sequins are falling apart now. It's my oldest jacket, probably. One of my oldest, like, multi-chrome iridescent jackets. Like, I think it was the way it was made. Surprisingly, the ones on Wish and AliExpress, they actually lasted. They seem to be holding up a little better. Even they're probably all from China at the end of the day, or Asian countries. Let's face it, made from sweatshops somewhere. Because almost all clothes, unless it's like fair trade and made within the U.S., like almost everything is made from slave labor. That's just the reality of it. But anyways, I basically one day started wearing a tutu to work. This is actually the starter tutu that launched 1,000 ships. This tutu was the first tutu I started wearing as a skirt. Like, I wore it with leggings underneath, black leggings. And then, like, I basically wore that with my green, blue sequin jacket. And, like, it looked even more Tulane, because, like, Tulane is blue and green. And so I look like, you know, I'm in their school spirit, but, like, I just happen to like those colors as well. But I kind of owned it that it looked like Tulane colors. Customers constantly asked me if the store sold my jacket. And the answer was always no, because my store still doesn't. Like, they mainly just sell Tulane gear. That's explicitly Tulane gear. And so, yeah, like, I just started wearing other skirts, other tutus. And, like, to the point that I would basically wear, like, a tutu and a jacket to work that looked like a costume. And, like, I would combine it in a certain way that would, you know, flow well, that would match. I think my ability to match has gotten better over time. Like, if an accessory looks off with the rest of the outfit, I'll take it off if I'm being particularly intentional. Like, I am very, like, I'm more picky now. And, like, there are certain jackets or tutus that just look better with black or pure white. Like, especially with certain iridescent fabrics. Like, this would probably look particularly amazing with all black, but instead I just have dark blue on. But it's kind of a navy-ish blue. Or a satin blue for the tutu. Like, these are darker blues. And, like, I started seeing these iridescent accessories at Claire's, and I started loading up on them over time. I just like collecting them and wearing them. And so I basically started wearing headbands all the time and bows, and, like, I never wore headbands and bows. Like, before I started going out of my way to dress up, because I just, like, never bothered. Like, I was told, oh, you know, like, bows would look good with your black hair, and, like, I never necessarily started wearing them until much later, when I started, like, experimenting with fashion more. Like, the way I dress is not conducive to this humidity, to be honest. Like, right now it's cooler because it's early in the morning. It's gonna get hotter later. This is June, going on July. Like, I really hate the humidity and the heat. You know, like, the only reason why I was looking forward to the heat this summer was because I thought it might, like, slow down COVID. But it turns out that's not the case. With everything reopening prematurely all across the country is only making the cases worse. Increasing them. But like, enough about COVID talk. Like, I'm trying to focus on the fashion that I evolved with over time, that I created on my own, my sense of style. And so, yeah, like, I just really am passionate about iridescent multi-chrome fabrics. And it really all started because I was wearing nail polish with those colors. And I figure, like, life is short. Like, it's very short. And, like, after a certain point, like, after I got rid of certain toxic people in my life and, like, people telling me what to wear, how to dress, like, I decided on my own that I just wanted to dress how I wanted. Even if it got negative attention or if people, like, give me stares, like, not altogether positive ones, I mean. Like, I just do it for myself. I do it to feel good. And so that's really why I dress the way I do and why I have the chutzpah to do it. So, yeah, I hope you all have a good day. And I'll come up with a tagline later to say hello and goodbye one of these days, but I don't have one yet. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. See you all around.